Yeah.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy J.Brock, Clapitup LA. You know what I'm saying? Right here with the homie Big B and Ken. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Salute Me or Shoot Me. You feel me? Solo dolo as they come. How you doing today, bro?
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, man, it's been a long time since we first interviewed. What was that, about 2019? Maybe 2020?
Yeah.
But it's crazy to see the growth, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, we both have had. Now, I know today you were actually at Ethika.
Yeah.
So speak on that experience, because, you know, when you get invited to Ethika, they had the whole reserve for K. Johns, you know what I'm saying, in the parking lot. When you at Ethika, speak on the levels that may mean to an artist coming up.
First of all, shout out to KY, shout out to Ethika, you feel me, for having me pull up. I appreciate that. That shit was dope, bro. It was just an experience. Like how my little brother said, this shit, it made me feel like a rapper, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a big thing to be noticed by, you know what I'm saying, different brands that's, I guess, important in the rap scene, like, you know what I'm saying, in the music scene or whatever. So it was cool, bro. They took me on a tour. You know what I'm saying? They showed me around the facility. They gave us some merch and all type of shit. They showed us a studio. They showed us they introduced me to everybody up there. You know what I'm saying? So I felt welcome, bro. I felt like I for real was a part of the family, the Ethika family. You know what I'm saying? So it was just love. It just made me feel like I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? To be recognized by a brand such as Ethika, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that. Now, something that we all have in common is taking these risks, right? So explain what makes you feel that your risks are so worth it when you look back at everything you've been through to where you stand today.
It's just taking those chances, man. Like, taking those chances, it'd be scary at first, because like you said, it's a risk, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be iffy at first, but then once you see the benefit that you get from taking those risks, you be like, damn, like, was it really a risk? You know what I'm saying? It was it really risk, or was it really just giving yourself a shot? You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you just gotta take those chances. You can't be safe. You'll never make it being safe. Being safe will never get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take some risks. You gotta take some chances. You gotta do some shit that you may not be comfortable with doing. I always tell a lot of people to get uncomfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Being uncomfortable on the real. And the thing is, it's like they say, chances make champions. You feel me? So you have to take a chance in this life. It's like I talked about this in the video the other day. I said, like, there's no way you can live in your purpose without taking a risk.
Facts.
You feel me? Living in your purpose requires you to take a risk. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
Facts.
you know, comfort zones, they don't live here. So I saw that at a certain point you had built a studio in home. It looked like it was something that you had just did.
Yeah.
So when you were able to build that studio at home, how much more did that help you, push the music that you wanted to push, or even your the creative aspect of how you got in?
It just gave me the opportunity to put up more shots. Like I always tell a lot of people, I relate this shit to sports. I relate rapping to being an athlete. The more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it. You know what I'm saying? So I figured if I would only spend my couple of hours in the studio, I would only be a couple of hours worth of, you know what I'm saying, good. I wouldn't be as good if I was able to practice at home, when I can do it anytime. I wake up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning and go record, just because I got some shit on my mind, or just because I feel like I need to be creative, I need to be productive, I need to do something, or somebody send me some beats, I get the email pop up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I listen to the shit, I feel motivated, I feel, oh, this shit fire, I'm gonna go record right there. I don't gotta book no studio session, you know what I'm saying? So that's another risk, because spending the money on the studio equipment, that's some shit, you know what I'm saying? You spend the money on it, you don't use it, now you use some money that you could have used elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? So just small shit like that, bro, those chances, it's well worth it, because it's going to improve your creativity, it's going to improve your artistry, it's going to improve your work ethic, you know what I'm saying? It just all around just make you a better person and a better creator, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just an investment in myself, like, just to make myself better, give myself a better chance at this shit.
That's a fact, and one of the major things is investing in yourself, like you're speaking on. You feel me? Like, everybody don't have a studio at home. Everybody's looking for the big magical studio, when it starts at the crib. If you got to start with a computer, that's what you got to start with. And then, like you said, just practicing. You know what I'm saying? Practicing your shots, you feel me? Taking the shots, even if you miss, you did it at the house, and you get stronger every time you get there.
Better, yeah.
So let's talk about Salute Me or Shoot Me. Okay, Salute Me or Shoot Me. What gave you the I guess the decision to make that as a title?
So I mean, some people know K. John's a general. I go. It's just a little. I guess the military, the whole little idea theme that I got going on. I had one man army too, one man army. You know what I'm saying, going on. So it's a model that I've been going by since I first started this shit, or even before I was rapping. I may not have used the actual salute me or shoot me title, but it's just a mindset. Yeah, it makes more sense. So it was just a mindset that I live by. Honestly, it's just, you gonna take what I give, you gonna respect it or not. Like, you know, it's no option between the two. Like, it's either or. It's no straddling the fence. It ain't no gray areas. It's black or white with me. It's salute me or shoot me. Like, take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a way to motivate myself to not be worried about, I guess, what other people think or what outsiders think about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna give y'all what I want to give y'all. You know what I'm saying? And if you take it or you leave it.
Now, do you feel like the process is more difficult when you have that take it or leave it type of mindset? Because most of the time you want to give people what they want to hear.
Facts.
But when you're doing it for you, which is not a problem, because you hear about artists do that all day. I'm making this music for me. Like, you feel me? If you mess with it or not, whatever. But do you feel like that's kind of like taking a more difficult route because you're doing it for the pleasure of yourself and not necessarily the crowd?
I think it's more so, I wouldn't say I do it for myself. I think it's more so a confidence thing within me. Yeah. So when I'm making new music or when I'm out moving around or something, it's just more of a way to motivate myself to not be worried about how people feel about what I am doing. Like, you know, because one thing that I'm big on is my supporters and people that fuck with me, that have been fucking with me from the beginning, or at this point they just start fucking with me. I'm real big on my supporters, and I appreciate all the support that I get, because that was a big thing for me in the beginning, not getting support from people that I thought that I was gonna get support from. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's a big one.
Yeah, you feel me? So it's just like, I wouldn't really say I want to take that back. I wouldn't say I do it for me, because I do it for me as well as my fans and my supporters. But at the same time, it's just more so, it's a confidence thing, a way to keep myself going and not to be worried about the shit that's going on outside of my bubble. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that people fuck with me for me, so I'm gonna produce some shit that they like. You know what I'm saying? It's just a confidence thing, a mentality type of thing.
And along with confidence, you got to have the faith. All right, you know what I'm saying? Because you got the faith right here on the side of the faith.
Come on, man.
So let's speak on how big faith plays its role in your life, and does that ever dwindle for you?
Nah, that's one thing that I'm big on, is just believing in myself and believing that I can do what I put my mind to. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big believer in God. I'm a big fan of prayer. Like, you know what I'm saying? I pray and I believe in everything that I do. I think I could do anything if you ask me. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? There's not one obstacle nor feat nor milestone that I don't feel like I can accomplish. You know what I'm saying? So it's just believing in yourself, bro. Even if you producing, you know, whatever you doing, even if you playing sports, if you in school, if you cooking, it don't matter what you're doing. If you believe in what you do, nobody can tell you nothing. You know what I mean? That ties back into the salute me or shoot me. Like, they gonna take it or leave it, because you believe in yourself so much that you know that this shit gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can tell you otherwise.
I feel that now. Even from the first time we actually interviewed and had a conversation, you know, one thing I ate myself up about is because I didn't ask you further about your football career.
Right.
Because you spoke, but he said, you know, you always know a dude is good at something when he say, yeah, you know, I was all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga be like, hey, you got all the hoes, huh? Nah, I ain't got no hoes. He usually do when they got them all. Okay, let's speak about this. 'Cause I'm not sure if we did now. Crossing over from football, right? Mm-hmm. What were some of the things that you know you accomplished in football? What high school did you even go to?
So I graduated from, I went to a couple different high schools, but I graduated from Lusinger High School. Okay. I played football there. I played my senior year actually at Linwood High School. Due to my coach being fired and moving schools, we followed him. A couple like the best players from our school followed him and played our senior year there. Then I transferred back to Lusinger so I could graduate with my boys, you feel me, everybody that I knew. But after high school, I went straight to San Jose State University, where I played for 2 years. I got kicked off the team.
Do you have any like regrets about that, or do you feel like you were fulfilled?
I think honestly, bro, To this day, I miss football a lot. Like I coach Pop Warner.
Shout out to that. Who you coach for?
I coached the Carson Colts for a couple years. I kind of took a break from that shit because the parents is hectic, bro. When it comes to the parenting and all that Pop Warner shit, it get hectic, especially being that I don't have no kids out there. But I love the game so much, and then I had like younger cousins, like relatives and shit like that was playing football. So I was coaching them and training them or whatever. But to this day, I have dreams about that shit, bro. I miss football, like, 'cause that's my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be having dreams about being at camps and training camps and games and Friday night lights and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I got the shit tatted on my skin because I really
Nike
love
football.
Yeah, man. That was part of my life, bro. I played football from 8 years old to maybe like 21 or 22 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that played a big role in my life. That's why I always compare music to being an athlete.
And I think that, you know, when an athlete leaves the game, we looking for something that gives us that
fulfill
feeling.
that same shit.
Feeling.
No,
we
facts,
looking for that.
facts.
Okay, it's perfect that you said that because rap is what does that for you.
Facts.
And I can't even describe the feeling. It's just a complete fulfillment that you get from what you do. So we got to talk about this, man. Your aura is different. You know, from the first time we had this conversation and now, the whole aura is different. Everything is different. So what do you credit that to? Everything just changing and growing. What do you credit that to?
Like you said earlier, the faith, bro. I just kept believing in myself, and then I just kept going, honestly, as well as me building a bigger team and a better team around me. I've always had people around me that believed in what I was doing, but I'm more so push them into roles that they may not have been used to or may not have been familiar with, so that we can grow as a team. You know what I'm saying? So me motivating them to do certain things, push them to learn about that position more, you know what I'm saying? Which in cause turn them to give the effort same back to me. So now we all working as a team, you know, and I had to realize that because it's crazy because I was going by the whole one-man army thing and I was literally doing everything on my own. Like, but it's only so far that you can go on your own. Everything needs a team, from sports to these businesses these big corporations that run. It's not one person that does nothing, like, you know what I'm saying? So I had to realize that. I had to humble myself. It was really hard for me to trust people with my baby. Like, you know, me making this music and shit like that it was my thing, you feel me? So it was hard for me to trust other people with that because I didn't know if they believed in it as much as me, you feel me? So other than me just believing in myself more and, you know, networking more and, like I said, building a team, bro, it's more confidence because I feel like we really doing something now, you know what I'm saying? So I credit my team, honestly. It's my team, building a team around me and just believing in them as much as they believe in me.
Now, understanding those, like you say, you speak on motivating others. What motivates or who motivates you? Where do you go for that?
Bro, honestly, I say it in my music all the time. My game, my family, bro. I want to feed people, man. I pray for an opportunity to provide others for opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I know that I could be a tree branch that'll just spread out to multiple different ways. You know what I'm saying? So just putting my people on, man. That's my motivation. My family, just getting out of the situation that I was so used to, that I grew up in. I don't want to go back to that shit. It's not. I don't want people. I don't want the generations under me to have to deal with the search that I had to deal with. Not to say that there's nothing wrong with it, because I love my struggle. I appreciate everything I've been through, even from, like I mentioned earlier, getting kicked off the football team. That was part of my story. I came here to tell y'all that shit now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I appreciate everything I've been through from the day one. You know what I'm saying? But my motivation every day is just to put my people on. Like I say in my music all the time, I just want to put my people on, man. I just want to provide opportunities because I know how hard it is to get one, you know what I'm saying? So that's all.
That's the truth. Now, 2022, what can we expect from K. Johns? What type of game plan do you have this year? And is there something else that you're putting into your repertoire that you probably never applied before this year?
I'm just gonna drop more music. I'm gonna drop more visuals. I'm gonna keep going. I've been going crazy on TikTok. I don't know if a lot of people watching, you might have seen me on TikTok. I've been going crazy on TikTok, so I've been utilizing, you know, social media more. I was on social media, but I wasn't really using it like I should have. More music, more collaborations for sure. I just dropped a project, Salute Me or Shoot Me, as you mentioned. I dropped that as an NFT before I dropped it on all platforms.
NFT. Okay, so you in the NFT game. Okay,
yeah,
he's an
man,
investor.
For sure.
Okay,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So what made you? What made you? Well, of course, I already know what made you do it, but how did you get into the NFT game? A lot of people really don't even understand what the NFT thing is.
So what's crazy is when I went to school, bro, I was in school for engineering, mechanical engineering. So I've always been just involved with tech and just what's going on, the new shit, the new technology, whether it's whatever is going on, I've been involved, I've been in tune with that shit. And shout out to my boy Jones on the team, one of my managers.
Jones, yeah.
He, me and him, we chop it up about like new shit that's going on all the time. Just, and this is before he even became my manager. We just always had conversations about, you know, new shit that's going on, whether it's financial, whether it's technology, whether it's in the music industry, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So once I started hearing about NFTs, probably a year ago, I'll say, I just started asking more questions. I started doing more research, and I just started figuring out, like, and then honestly, I give credit to Tory Lanez. I seen Tory Lanez, he dropped his project as an NFT, and he sold 1 million copies or something like that in like 7 minutes, and he, you know, and he made like $1 million off some shit like that in like 10 minutes or some shit like that off of NFTs. And I'm like, damn, that's dope. And it also reminded me of how Nip did his Proud to Pay campaign, you know. So it was just a way to just be ahead of the game, you know, just to try something new, just to. I didn't know nobody other than Tory Lanez that dropped NFT projects, so I'm like, shit, I'm trying to be the first nigga to do it. You hear me?
That's wild. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for those of you out there, this homie K Johns, Big Ben, Ken, you feel me? Salute me or shoot me. Make sure y'all tap into that. And yeah, straight like that, clap it up.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah, let's get a little flick real quick.